All right, let's see. All right, mic check, mic check. All right, let's see. All right, swapping back over, trying to get chat synced up over here. Even though it's just myself talking to myself here. All right, I think I found a solution for the meantime. Let's see if this works. All right, never mind. It's taking too long. I'm just gonna hop into it and hope for the best, I suppose. But we're already 45 minutes in, and all right. So let me. All right, last thing I want to change is swap if it'll work. Oh no! Hey, it's me, Black Man. No. All right, it's glitching out, but I think we're good. Actually, what happens if I click this button? And now it's spazzing out. All right. It has been a very long time since I've been on this game or even doing this in a while, so it's gonna be a really short stream. Really just wanted to hop in. I was like, I'm gonna stream today, even if it's just a really short one. Read that there. Make sure audio levels are working. And let's get into it. So right now I am using my mobile data because I had to figure out why my upload speeds are crappy with my internet provider. But hey, like I said, damn, we ain't been in here since May the 1st. Good lord. And it's not like I haven't been gaming or anything like that. I'm sure people who stream been in the mood of like, you're not gaming, is just streaming and just playing and enjoying the game is different. So anyway, we're back at it. Didn't make it far at all in this game, but we are back in Expedition 33 and my AC is out. So if I start to sweat, it's partially because of the combat and partially because it's hot in here. So, and it's going to be a slow me trying to remember how to play this game, but let's hop back into it. Alright, paint cage. Paint cage is containing rare loot to unlock, find 3 locks and shoot them. 3 locks in the environment, or... Okay. And habit is having me click to sprint, and that's to swap characters. Oops. Let me see. We're not going to touch builds, but before I continue that, let me fiddle around my computer real quick. And place you right in the corner. I got too much stuff going on my computer, but hey, we're good. Let's go. Okay. If I recall where we last left off,
Wait,
combat.
Evron. Looks like a different species.
Or Wolfman.
Doesn't matter. They're between us and my
Expedition 33. After every time the paintress makes a number, the people who are above that age that she painted disappears. So anyone below that age is still alive. And if I'm recalling correctly, and we are Expedition 33, it's in the name. And it's our job to stop the paintress. And upon arriving on the location of the shore, the paintress, we got demolished, Millywalk, whatever the phrasing is. And now the quest is to get everyone back together and fight. So yeah. Did I do anything? Oh, bro's sliding towards me. No good stuff. Lude, hit him while his back is turned. Damn it. Free aim run. Alright. I don't remember how to dodge. There we go. Alright, let's just keep it simple. Do some basic attacks. Okay, RB is parry. Okay. Up. Man, the parry window is so small. And did I always have this much health? Did I like patch the game or make some builds like way better? I broke my code of give me parry or death, and I've been dodging. Alright, it wasn't bad. I know there's been a patch. I hope they didn't patch it to make it easier across the board, because I don't know, early on it felt like I was getting slapped in that one. I guess it's our first time running into the guy. It was pretty easy. Okay, there we go. There's 2 of them. Hey gents, what we staring at? Sparkly thing in the corner. Oh, based off my... oh shit. Alright, first strike. Well, we got 4 charges. Lumiere Assault, overcharge. Let's do Lumiere Assault. Probably should check to see what the weakness is. And Windows. I don't know. Now let's get this. I'm gonna have to look at the patch notes because now I'm just like, I came back after patches. So if I feel cool because I'm learning the dodges and parries, I'm like, is it because they made it easier? This whole time I wasn't skilled. They just made it easier for me. I'd say the signs are a lot better, at least with this enemy. You can see his claws starting to glow before strike. Alright, what's this?
Nice.
You pick those marking shots, 20% apply, mark on free aim shot. Man, why did I stop playing this game again? Oh yeah, Destiny. I don't want to get into talking about Destiny, but just for conversation, the community is on fire, myself included. Yeah, and we'll see. First update, first day of the update with Astra Iron. I ran past this.
This will be useful.
It is not a good time. It's like, I know I'm playing Claire Obscure, but it's about giving topics to talk about. I guess I could use these as good times just to randomly rant about things as well. I'm sure that's what people do when they stream, but I don't stream often, so I don't know what the protocols are, and probably using the wrong word there. But yeah, with Destiny 2 and I don't know what to say, man. New content release doesn't even feel like a big release. It's awkward to hop into the tower like we're under attack. I'm like, where the hell is everybody? Zavala, Shax, anybody, where y'all at? And it's like, no, the Vex are here, and the game won't even direct you to tell you where, like, no cinematic or anything into a new activity. It's just like, you are fighting now.
Be careful.
So those are mines. Oh shit. Gotta shoot. No. Alright, does anyone have a analysis or something like a scanning skill? Attack. You missed. Yep. Ah, that was terrible. That was terrible. Alright, let's keep going, guys. Don't tell me there. Okay, let me see if they won't dodge any elemental attacks.
Ice. Shatter.
Nope, dodge that one.
I'll do it.
Wait, is the only way to hurt him by parrying? So we gonna be again? What? Okay. Let's see if there's a location just to tell you what your enemies are working with. I also need to heal myself though. Quest item, Gustav's journal, journal from Gustav's apprentice, tents. I can't cast spells outside of combat, can I? Doesn't look like it. At least I don't have any healing items. So next combat, definitely want to heal up. Gotcha. All right, we got the surprise strike here. All right. Alright, they dodge again, then I'm assuming the only way to hurt this guy. Okay, I'm about to say they got lucky that turn, I guess. All right, and
Ready to evade. No margin for error.
got enough for healing. I hate the camera shaking. Alright, Lumina learned Empowering Strike, and we have how much analysis can be used at account to upgrade weapons up to level 3. What up, bro? You almost got shot. Whoops. Alright. Group damage. Got 3 AP. Let's go with that. We could take the damage.
Forward. I'm ready.
Pro gets to attack 3 times in a row. That's cheap. There. Oh, I don't think we took any damage that turn. Right. Nice. We need to keep a lookout for those locks as well. Kind of blending with the environment, but yeah, let's talk about Destiny 2. Yeah, I don't know. I am in the podcast Wasted Wise. He watches every Friday at 6:30 p.m. But yeah, I'm the Destiny addict as part of the Joking group because I've been playing the game for a while, and just seeing where the game is now in the current state, I made the poor decision getting the yearly edition, whatever it's called. So I have like all the expansions, so I'm like, all right, I kind of gotta put some time into it so I can get my money's worth. But I don't know. It's like I'm just not wanting to play as much because one of the reasons I do keep logging in is really am I getting ambushed? I am. But one of the reasons I keep logging in is just build crafting, honestly. Ah, shit. Yeah. I'm gonna say, oh shit, they all get attacked. At least they don't explode. At least for now. I'm guessing they would later. Dang. Wait. Gotcha.
Get ready.
Damn it. Yeah. Bro.
The storm is coming.
Watch out.
Really going after a healer on this one.
Watch out.
There we go. Alright, we're good. Looking back at the replay, I'm just like, bro, it's so focused and just focused. But you're back. It's like every time I try to get a conversation going, thought going, games is like combat time. But yeah, it's just, man, like I said, the reason I mean, out of partially out of habit, but also just build crafting. Like now, I haven't even been doing a power grind, just trying to figure out what's the fun build to play in the game. But at the same time, it's like if you're making these builds and you're not playing in-game
Slow
content,
down.
at some point it's
You
just
don't know
like
what's inside yet.
just drop the game. So, but I don't know. I don't know. Some people aren't, how can I say, privy to the idea of a Destiny 3, primarily because if they go to Destiny, how they did with 1 and 2, where your weapons and gear were deleted, you know, that's like, oh, the hard work I put in is gone over the years. But I don't know. Maybe it's a terrible comparison since they're not live service looter shooters, or live service rather, unless Borderlands 4 turns out to be. But I kind of liken it to really any multiplayer game, or specifically like Borderlands. You know, I'm not complaining if I pick up Borderlands 4. I'm not complaining that my gear from Borderlands 3 doesn't carry over to Borderlands 4. You know, that's kind of expected with a live service or just with a sequel. And I'm not a designer, so I don't know what the tech side of things looks like for Bungie, but just by having a clean start to an extent, this sounds like it would do more justice for the game. And that's not to say you have to make a sequel to improve the game. I'm sure if they weren't so, for lack of a better word, stubborn with some of the changes, like people have talked about the power changes that they've done, the balancing changes they've done, and like if they weren't so stubborn on, you know, trying to keep, I don't know how to say, because I understand balance is one thing, but you also don't want to make builds too OP like the Consecration Slam for Titans, where it's just one button to lead an entire room. So it's that tricky balance of making fun builds and allowing for fun builds to exist in the game, but also you actually gotta do more than press one button and wipe out an entire room and call it a day. All right, let's see. Vitality, we're just bumping health right now. Boom. All right, and agility. Let's see. All right, makes players okay. Let me think. Health, because I'm terrible. Attack, more damage across the board. Can't go wrong with that. Might is attack. The weapon scales higher off of vitality though. So early on, at least with the gear we have now, scaling with agility and vitality isn't a bad thing. It's such a small upgrade. Makes the character play more often. I'm assuming that means my turn comes up faster. Do I skip enemy turns with that, or just for now? Hopefully there's a, I will hope there's a reset attributes to set it right there on the screen. For now, we're just gonna stick with bumping our agility. And vitality, Lune, you need all three upgrading, okay. Defense, I'm thinking about making her like a glass cannon build, but her health is pretty high, decently high already. I know she has some support skills, but I need her to just pump out the firepower. Alright, let's see. Recovery and dispel status. Powerful. Applies powerful to 1 to 3 allies, increasing the damage they deal for 3 turns. And we have 4 skill points available. From fire, deals medium damage. Single target damage, 3 hits, uses weapon element. Let's go with that. Just because I'm terrible at the game. Rebirth revives an ally. We don't need that for now. Earth Rising, Thunderfall. Let's just try to get all the elements under our belt, just in case we come across an enemy where we wish we had those elements. Alright, now remind me, do I have to equip the skill? Yes. So she has 1 more skill slot available, and he has, okay. Chroma Elixir. Oops. Yeah, we can't improve our weapon, so. Oops. What am I looking for? Alright, but yeah, back to the Destiny talk. I don't know, like, as much as I put into time, let's just start with the story part of things. And what are we doing? Cutscene first. Speaking of story time.
Look, there's a door inside.
Indeed. Don't just go rushing at doors, my guy.
Seems empty. Let's go.
I can't believe this lady wouldn't let me run into a potential trap.
No one lives here.
Yeah, same. And now we are lost forever. Mission failed. We might not get them next time. This styles overcharge skill deals. I can read it. Bro, is this
Where are we?
just a Resident Evil mansion?
This is.
I'm definitely not the first person who made that joke, but I mean, I guess like any mansion at this point makes you think of Resident Evil. Alright, let me see. What am I doing? Alright. Shit. No, this. Yeah, no. Man. So, yeah. Entry Hall, the Manor. If there isn't a Resident Evil reference in this game somewhere, I would be extremely disappointed. Like, if I don't go down the hallway and an enemy just spawns from the window, I will delete the game. I'm not gonna do that. Anyway. Open? Every door shut. What's that? Man. You see if they have any art books for sale. I'm because this game can't be stated enough, at least, you know, for me, like beautiful. This beautiful. And no doors are damn open. Damn it. Like a pair of eyes. How about flames? Roots? Walk towards the light. We've already fell into the trap once. Alright. Never go towards the glowy light. Go off the beaten path. Go find something else. Can we get down? Or did I run up too many stairs? Get that exercise in. Can we play piano? How about the guitar? Is it? It is guitar. Art. Accordion. Let me guess. Ah, you tricked me. I can't even press X on that door. Well done. I'm mad that happened. Actually, anyway, Destiny, what were we talking about again? We're gonna turn this corner, see if there's a cutscene first, so before I get into another. Oh. Yep. Just going.
My head?
What that?
Gustav?
Yes.
Are you real?
As real as the evening sky. I don't know. I say, where's she at?
Well, you sure smell real enough.
No, I
I
don't.
thought you just like watching a scene that makes you feel happy, so you're smiling that they're smiling. Oh.
I thought that you... On the beach, I saw you and I couldn't, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have, I should have come for you, and
It's okay. It's okay.
I was worried.
Made it.
How did you end up here?
I don't know. It's all a blur. I remember everyone at the beach. Then I woke up here. With
Oh no.
him. He's been helping me a lot.
Alright, looks can be
He falls to
deceiving.
my
I don't know.
pigtails.
What is he?
I'm not sure.
Sorry, I didn't mean to judge you, sir.
Doesn't really talk.
But judging by the cloak, is it previous?
It's quite different from the Nevrons.
It looks. Well, I mean, I could be way off, but it looks like it might be a previous person from Expedition. Typewriter. Ah, there's the Resident Evil reference I was looking at. It's close enough. I've already tested these doors, but
How did you find me?
There was a message at the indigo tree.
Do you know who left it?
A message? Maybe. No. I don't know.
Oh. Alright. Excuse me, sir. You wish to leave? Or not.
Again. We just trained earlier. Alright. But this time I have backup.
We're gonna learn a new skill or something? New mechanic? Create attacks to expedition jump. Yep. Attacks announced with a jump flare must be jumped. These attacks can be parried or dodge. Alright, jump. After jumping, you can trigger a jump counterattack. Alright. What I want to do? Powerful.
Chroma is flowing.
Let's hit him with. Oh, we can't like it. Right. It says consumes immolation. Alright, yeah, what is it you do? Skills change your battle stance. Defensive stats take less damage and gain 1 AP per parry or dodge. Offensive deal more damage, but takes increased damage. And virtuous deals a lot more. You do a lot of damage. Then you do a lot more damage. So like, is it you deal more but take increase? So is this more damage but take a lot more damage? Alright, Mael starting skills are offensive switch, sparking Pierce. Switch Mael to offensive stance, spark and Pierce switch her to defensive stance and offensive stance to offensive stance. Gotcha. Deal a single target damage. Creator attacks the expedition. Defenseless. Let's spell with a C and an S. Defenseless is a buff that increases by 25% the damage received by that. It's worded weird. It threw me off. Ah, shit. Powerful.
Gustav, don't die!
Kia. Offensive stance. While Mayo is in offensive stance, she deals more damage but also takes more damage. At the end of the turn, Mayo will revert to stanceless unless she uses a skill that switches her to a different stance or uses her base attack. Cast a skill that switches Mayo to defense. Spark has additional effects. It applies more burn stacks to its targets, increasing the burn damage it receives. After casting Spark, Mayo will switch to defensive stance. Use Spark to benefit from offensive stance. There's a lot of. Let me keep track of. I missed. Nice. Mayo's already level 5. Mm-hmm.
That was fun, but I think we've had enough training today.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, kiddo. I mean, not much a kid, but
Come with us if you like.
no, I'm stop.
If that's a yes, we'll see you at the camp.
Alright. The curator has left. Perhaps he will join you at the camp. We made a new friend. Rest. Okay. Alright, trying to think. Should I go to build one balanced character? Well, the buffer. I mean, she's got healing. He can buff characters, but he also deals good damage. If I want to put him down the skill tree, and I could also have Mayo be the glass cannon. But then you have 2 glass cannons. That's a good question. Alright, deals low single fire damage. 1 hit, target becomes weak to fire damage for 2 turns. Okay, deals applies burn it or weak to damage. Okay. Let's go with that. Applies shell, reducing damage taking up to 3 allies. That could be a good back pocket thing to have. That's not good because she's only got 100. At least try to get up to 300 HP. And then again. Yeah, let's go with that. After winning 4 back. Damn it.
We should go to the manor and maybe learn something.
Yeah, or we could get back to the indigo tree.
Neko's usually here. I wonder where.
That's no good. I heard it.
Is that a Chestrel?
Stop
Yes.
that, you big hairy brush face. Can't you see they're human? Noko's a bit dramatic, but if you're nice, Noko will trade you lots of useful items for Chroma.
Shit, oh, shucks.
So the shells are true. Perhaps the Grandis and the Esquier exist too. Are there more
I know those
Chestrels like
words.
you? I'd love to meet them.
Noko, you silly scruff. Their village is not far from here.
Oh, really?
Lune,
I know. Don't have time for detours.
But we had time to walk into blind traps. I'm gonna stop.
There's another sea between here and the Paintress.
Noko, as the best Gestural merchant ever, I bet you know a solution, yeah?
Oh, shucks.
Come on, you broomhead, I know you know.
Dang. I understood some of those words.
I guess you'll get to meet more Gestrels.
Alright, merchants. Gestro merchants travel across the world offering rare and powerful artifacts in exchange of chroma. However, their most powerful items are reserved only for the mightiest of warriors. Impress the merchant by defeating them in... challenge accepted. Whoops. I hear something about challenging a enemy and get their best gear, so I am curious to see how this turns out. I'll probably like come back 10 levels later. Trade. It won't let me battle him. I guess it's only certain character. Wait, fight the merchant. Never mind. Fight the merchant to unlock this item in the shop. Usually I fight merchants to take their monies, but... Alright, let's see how it goes. Choose... Oh, it's 1v1. Let's try Gustav. Right. Gotta use the lamp. Nothing personal, but I'm so. Oh. Okay. Let's just go for another attack. Oh. Nice. Alright, do we have enough for overcharge? There we go. Alright, that was easy. Alright, exposing attack. Base attack applies defenseless for 1 turn. Got 36 or 11. Would be useful. Do a turn. It said 25% bonus damage, so yeah. Okay. It's off the base attack. Probably whoever's got the best base. I didn't check how Mayo's base attack worked, but. Right, what we have equipped at the moment. 25% increased critical chance on burning enemies. Gain 1 AP from perfect dodge once per turn. 50% increased base damage. Exposing attack. Let's go with that. Alright, now we're supposed to be looking for the things to get the cage unlocked. My favorite, searching for items.
Great.
Yep, chroma. Said there were 3 locks. Well, the first one I had to look at for a bit. It's kind of obvious, but the way it looked kind of made me feel like I'm gonna miss future ones because it blended okay, surprisingly okay with the environment. Let me through. But... Alright, so to the right is the resty area. And through here, I'm pretty sure this is where we came from. I think. So this is how we felt much longer than it did before. You know what? I really hope it isn't one of those. It was in the room of the item. I just ran through the sub map for nothing. Let's just go back and check. Oh, enemies respawn. Nice. Easy. Oops, I missed. Damn it. Nice.
On me.
Nice. Hmm. What was that? Okay, say the audio just cut out and reset. Hello, sir. Hmm. Decent so far. Oops, didn't want to do that. Yeah, we just use space attacks. That's all. Allied. Scorching. Oh no! I was on healing. Damn it. Alright. Looking for, like some, it could be in the room that the chest is locked in, or cage is located. Give me, alright, there it is. Whoops. Alright, we need one more. I think that's it right there. There. Whoops. Achievement unlocked. Paint cage.
Interesting.
Chroma elixir. That it didn't pop up on my Xbox, but it popped up on my PC, so. But, previous conversation. Man, but yeah, back to that Destiny, discussion with myself here. But yeah, it's just, with the game, I don't know at this point. Like I said, I personally would like a Destiny 3 just because of a fresh start when it comes to a variety of things. And again, I understand that they just want to say, hey, we're not going to worry about balancing, or we're just not going to worry about PvP or something like that. I'm sure there's still ways to create new content within the confines of, you know, balancing PvP, PvE. That's a conversation of its own. But still, it's just, I don't know, man. I know what, like, the Edge of Fate was the next big expansion after, I know it's a start of a trilogy, a new saga rather. So I guess I'd, you know, not get my hopes up for it, but I never did talk about the Edge of Fate. But I mean, it was decent, I guess. You know, it's starting the premise. You got the backstory of Ikora. Lodi as a character, he was okay, I guess. You know, didn't really care too much about him. The Drifter, we finally used all those damn motes that we collected for the Drifter, so that was nice. But this approach with time travel and free will and all that fun jazz, see how that pans out. Hopefully that's not like a one-time thing they did for this story and they actually explore it a little bit more. I didn't put a lot of time into it. I just booted up just to see what it was like. But with Destiny Rising, you're back in the earlier days of, it's not the Dark Ages or whatever. It might be the Dark Ages. I can't remember. But you meet Radagast and, you know, one of the Iron Lords. And I'm like, you know, with the whole time travel and all that manipulation, I could see them definitely doing like a DLC or something like that where you, I mean, we already had time travel before with the Vex and all that stuff, but like a dedicated story centered around you know, using the Nine's power or something like that, we go back in time and actually see places of the world, you know, after the collapse, things of that nature. So we might go to Chicago later, but you know. So I guess what's confusing me here is that my weapon scaling is, well, where does it show? Okay, right there on the right side. Because I'm about to say I increase the damage, but it doesn't really go up any higher. But 222. It attack. Am I doing this wrong with her? Because I know she. Just put some points into agility for now. But yeah, this plot point would be interesting to go back in time and actually
These dead
see.
Nevrons. Who could have done this?
Me.
Guess.
So you didn't just stay in your mansion.
Ah, it was you.
Nice.
But yeah, it's I don't know where to start with D2. But like I said, that would be a nice to start.
There's a path.
Yeah, stronger guy.
That anchor doesn't look man-made.
Yeah, he definitely looks tougher. Bro, like this game. The art direction is phenomenal, man. Alright, y'all look like y'all. Oh, never mind. I was like, you mind your own business. Alright, let's see what they do. Two of them. Alright, first sleep up the team.
Let me help.
Let us stain them.
Probably look into what powerful means again. Okay. I assume with these creatures being in the water area, thunder probably would be useful against them, but I had to remind myself how Lune's skills work, or mechanics rather. Let's go into offense now.
Parry it.
I don't know what I'm parrying. Nice. At least the game really does reward you for getting the parries off. Nice.
Let us stain them.
Alright, so is this going to count for the two enemies since they were pretty close to each other, but only one of them actually turned around and wanted to fight, so. New weapon. Brewer rum. Brewer rum. Alright. Critical hit supply burn, and this is based off a level. Base attack applies burn. Okay. I'm pretty sure she's got skills that increases her damage to burning targets too. We'll stick with that and Lightroom. Fire costs one less AP. We do have a lot of fire going on right now with the team. What is the strongest weapons? But yeah, with Destiny, I don't know. It's like one of the things I would just like to see is just more, just new builds you can do when it comes to the abilities. As they've said in a recent tweet or Vidoc, whatever it is, acknowledging that some of the older subclasses, Golden Gun, you know, Gunslinger, it's just not as, I don't know, the game just needs a decent change overall, I guess. It's like there's only so many ways you can just replay the same builds in the game without some drastic overhaul to just how mechanics work. I know Prismatic was a good switch up of things, but even then it's just like, just one of the complaints, or one of the, not complaints, but criticisms for it is just that now that Prismatic is pretty good, what's the value of the mono classes? Bro, this combo. 3-piece and a side. Ah, that was way too early.
Danger.
I was like, he's the easiest to dodge, mostly because his attacks are pretty telegraphed, but I'm still bad at this. Alright, we got overcharged level 10.
Ready to evade.
Shot him in the cheeks. That's funny.
Get ready.
God damn it.
Get ready.
Why do I keep missing with those lightning? That was just a millisecond behind that one.
Romance flowing.
Probably shouldn't cast Thunder and Thunder Order, but do it, man. He keeps dodging us, man.
Take cover.
Alright. Bit rough on that one, but we're good. It's like we are submerged in water, right? We're, I don't know. Wait, where'd he come from? Explosion. It'd be nice if overcharge carried over between attacks, but or between fights, but yeah, that would be kind of broken. Maybe it's a skill you unlock later on.
Second away.
Okay. All right. Consumes ice. Increase. So base, if I recall, then base attacks generate neutral elements for her. And then using specific elements will create that specific element, and then you can do match combos with other.
Dodge yourself.
No. All right, but yeah, when it comes to, how can I say this?
Nice.
I'm not the my phone's charged, but I'm not the most in-game player, so I don't know meta builds, best loadouts, blah blah blah. I don't play every single raid 2. I haven't played the newest raid, so you know, I'm more of a plays a lot, but still cat. Come on, bro, double jump. You know what? Do the thing where I no, okay, but yeah, more so plays a lot, but still casual in the terms of I'm not doing GMs every day or every week, trials, raids, etc. But yeah, it's just, again, when it comes to weapons, firstly, and I'm all over the place, firstly, it'd be nice if they found a way to separate PvP and PvE. Because if we didn't, I'm sure a lot of the crazy things you could do in Destiny are restricted to the fact that you have to balance out PvE and PvP. And, you know, that kind of sucks, but I understand it. But when it comes to, again, subclasses and builds, you know, subclass 3.0 brought a lot of breadth to the game. And then we got strands, well, yes, Strand after subclass 3.0, and we got prismatic mixing light dark all the abilities together. So, but yeah, it's just that's just for me. I know I'm not really being too specific, but just improving, giving more options to builds from a gameplay perspective. Like shooting is always great, but what I'm building into the possibilities are really honing in on. Hey, I'm gonna talk to him. Wait, is he friendly? Huh. Bro's just vibing. Clings to a metal chain. Doesn't it usually carry a mine with it? Give it a mine. I don't have a mind to give right now, but yeah, I know I'm very open in like no specifics or anything like that, but it is a way to just add more variety to the gameplay. I know people are always going to go towards what's the meta build and what's easy to, you know, whatever the easiest to build into and get massive results, a la Prismatic Consecration Slam, Electric Slide Warlock. I would say kind of the Prismatic Hunter is going on. There's some loops to get the engine going, but once you got to go in, you know, use that. But we'll see. They spoke about trying to, please don't take fall damage. Okay. They spoke about, you know, Night Stalker, for example, trying to branch that out and not only, you know, I'm all over the place, but they said Night Stalker relies too heavily on Invis. I'm like, maybe I'm reading too deep into it, but when you say rely, it makes it sound like we needed to get the engine going. Like, no, that's literally all we have. Like, Invis is dodge to go invisible. Use your melee to go invisible. Kill weakened enemies to go invisible. I'm just like, why? Yeah. And On the Prowl was a good intro, good addition to the game, which is basically just combat provisions and hard to pack in one. Don't know why they removed that, but they did. But still kind of wonky to use because that thing will scope out targets 10 miles away or scope out the mini boss amongst a crowd of minions or something like that. So no, you can't really use that. But yeah, it's just like I said, I'm all over the place. Just add more variety. And no, that's it then. So which way am I going? Let me focus up for a bit so I can make sure I'm not constantly going too long. Alright, we fought the two dudes here. Alright, that's where we came in from. Two guys respond over here. Okay. Did we come through here? Is this where the... Nope. Okay, this is the right way. But, yeah, oh, maybe it's from here.
So they have intelligence.
This guy's cool, right? He's not cool. Alright. Alright, you gotta do enough hits before you actually are able to do damage. Wait, did that remove his shield? No. Just gave a debuff to his whole team. I think that works. Just try to get rid of the minion as soon as possible. Although with, yeah, let's just do that. One less to worry about. Powerless. Powerless is a debuff that reduces character damage by 20%. Nice. Alright, good stop. Go ahead and get that weaken on. Go ahead and some lightning. Thunderfall. Medium lightning damage to random enemies hit 2 to 6 times. Now that's some good damage. Granted, we've been hitting 600s already, so. Switches to virtual stance. The target is burning. If they're burning, so they're not burning right now. And, oh, I thought we failed for a second. Ooh, a new sword. Krulo. I can't pronounce these names. Alright, and this one's Ice Element. Oh. Got to move the pictos over, or is it tied to it? Yeah. Alright, we're good for now. Was it the... Nah. But besides, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. When it comes to weapons, I don't know. What are the skills? I guess we'll have to see what Borderlands 4 is looking like when it comes to their level of creativity with abilities. And Borderlands minus, if I can recall, minus the PvP duels you could just initiate with other players. There's no PvP to be concerned about. So the crazy things you can do in that game and still have a level of challenge to it are pretty nuts. But as always, you will fall into meta builds. But again, it's just, at least for those that aren't playing up to the highest extreme builds and stuff, or game modes and mission activities, a lot of options for players to just go crazy with abilities in the game. So I'm not picking up Borderlands 4 at the moment. I plan to in the future, but with Borderlands 3, I could talk about Borderlands 3. But the way that game launched increases chance of dealing critical hits. Critical hits deal 50% more damage. Damn. 4 point skip, 1 point into crit boost. I'm gonna hold off on that. D-scaling, but she has a C scaling in it. Let's do it. I know I'm putting my skill points all over the place, and I'm probably gonna regret that later. But I'm just looking at where the letter located, put point there, call it day. But
Nice.
yeah, with Borderlands 4, I haven't looked up any gameplay, like really deep dive gameplays for it. But man, that's me alarm going off. Oh, having fun is the best goal. Oh, hey, Grimo, you're back. I'm sorry, I ignored the the chat. I don't know what to say. If you're still in the chat, thanks for stopping by like always, man. I don't know, super inconsistent with my streams. Just working. And it's like when you finally get off of work. I've mentioned this early into the streams, but like I can stream obviously any day of the week, but it's like when you're working so much, you get home, you just like, I just want to sit on the couch and not do anything. And streaming is one of them. But yeah, we're just gonna play. But I hope you have been well, and always a pleasure seeing you just stop by even for just a few minutes just to say hey in the chat. Always a pleasure having you here. Probably should. All right, smashes the ground. Dodge. But he still has shield up. Alright, we're at 2 overcharge.
A storm is coming.
She said it, so we're gonna use a lightning. Yep. Alright, smash the ground. We're gonna jump over this. Alright, funny thing about that dodge icon though, it's like, of all the mechanics, I understand dodging or jumping is probably more, I don't know, harder to call, but we don't get no type of huge sign to parry or dodge, but the game's like, alright, here's your jumping icon so you know to get out of the way. Or maybe it's just until you need to use jump attack specifically, but the icon helps with the timing for sure. Alright, new Pictos. I totally did not read what that new Pictos was, but I will. This was definitely going to be a short stream today. Having the hardest time trying to get this internet set up on my end, so I'm probably going to talk to my internet provider so I can figure out why my upload speeds and everything is just so wonky. I don't know if it's the modem, if it's the cable I use, or what, but definitely want to get that sorted out. Right now I'm using my phone, but the work I do is eating up my mobile data as well because of the work I do, so I can only rely on that for so long before I run out of that as well. But yeah, I think once again, Grimo, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it, but always happy to have you here. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here. I gotta not go to work, but get ready to go to bed so I can get up early for work. But it was fun hopping back into the game. It's been a super long time, so but yeah, just revisiting this game, music, combat, art direction. It's just, and I'm literally at the start of the game, but this speaks to, yeah, the accolades this game has gotten. Even in the early sections you can see it, and of course you hope that still stays consistent and keeps that level of quality as you progress through the story. But great game so far, great game. So but we're gonna go ahead and call the stream here, and like I said, I have fun just displaying and talk about Destiny and Borderlands. So but we're gonna go ahead and hop off. So once again, Grimo, if you're there, thanks for joining me, and till next time, I guess. So later.